Hello, hello, and welcome to Geek on My Sleeve channel, where we encourage you to read by giving you spoiler-free book reviews, live book discussions, and sometimes challenges. So today we are going to be discussing the 52 book challenge that we mentioned in our Hello Geeks 2020 video. We will be showing you where you can go to get involved, talking about Geek on My Sleeve's approach to the 52 book challenge, some friendly little corners of the internet where you can go and get involved, track your progress, talk with others about books. And with all that in mind, let's get this party started. Here we have the 52 book challenge r/52 book, a subreddit for the participants of the 52 book challenge, one book per week for a year, to discuss their progress and their discoveries. Now, with that in mind, uh, if 52 books sounds like a lot, this 52 book challenge subreddit is for everyone. It's built around the one book a week challenge, but if you scroll through, you can see the different participants tracking their results. And up here up top, one of the moderators is doing 168 books, which is a lot. Others, if you scroll through, you'll see that they'll maybe be doing 26 books a year, 40 books a year, so on and so forth. So for us here at Geek on My Sleeve, we challenge you to just read more this year. I was reading a post on the 52 book Reddit where um, the user pretty much challenged themselves to read 6 more books each year. So I think they were up to like 30 this year. Previous year, they challenged themselves to 24. So do what's right for you. It's a very friendly subreddit. There's a lot of book discussion. You'll see people posting their progress with pictures. Occasionally, you'll get the Goodreads snapshot, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. So we highly encourage you to check it out. Up at the top, they have 2 discussions pinned where they have a monthly roundup. If you go and check that out, one of the moderators gives you an update, and then you just scroll through, and different users will post their ratings, talk about the books that they read this month, and it's a way to kind of help hold yourself and other fellow users accountable. They also do a weekly update. We are currently on week 9 of the year, so if you started this at the beginning of the year, you should be on book 9 of 52. Obviously, that's not a hard, fast rule. I know for myself, some weeks I read a lot more. Other weeks I read or listen to a lot less audiobooks. There are different approaches to the 52 book challenge. A lot of people will include any and all books, including rereads, graphic novels, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts as well in the comments below. Do you consider only new books for this challenge, or do you also consider rereads and graphic novels? Do you consider comics? Do you count um, each individual book, or do you count cover to cover? Because some books, they'll have 3 different books in one, yet it's broken up into different acts. So for me personally, on my personal page, I do cover to cover. Um, I count rereads, and I also include graphic novels. I don't include comics, or if anything's like a 10-15 minute read, but to each their own. Just get out there and read. So, yeah, first stop on our tour, reddit.com/r/52book. Great place to get involved in the 52 book challenge. And as I said earlier, do what's right for you. If you don't read at all, maybe only do 12 books for this challenge, one book a month, especially if you consider audiobooks, um, working towards that challenge. Real easy to accomplish, and you'll be that much better for it. So, next stop on our tour, Goodreads.com. Now, for Geek on My Sleeve, we'll be using Goodreads a little bit differently than it's intended for personal users. For us, the Geek on My Sleeve Goodreads is going to be purely reflective of what we put on the channel. And for our take on the 52 book challenge for Geek on My Sleeve that we committed to in our Geeks or Hello Geeks 2020 video, we are only including new books on the channel for our 52 books a year. We started this challenge a little late, but I am confident that we will hit our goal by the end of 2020, having 52 new books addressed in either spoiler-free book review and or our book discussion Geek Out sessions. So let's check out Goodreads here. They have this great tool that allows you to track your reading challenge. You go over to the icon, go down there to reading challenge. As of right now, it shows that we have completed one of the 52 books. And We Are Legion, We Are Bob was our first spoiler-free book review that we did. So if you go here, you will see on our thumbnails where we are in our 52 book a year challenge. We Are Legion, We Are Bob is our first of the 52 books. Go back to our book reads. There we go. One of 52. Click back over here. Let's see. Dungeonborn, The Divine Dungeon, Book 1 is our second book review, or our second book review for the 52 book challenge. So we need to update our Goodreads. So how do we go about that? If we go over here and check out My Books, you'll see that these are all the books we have on our different shelves. They break it down by read, currently reading, and want to read. So let's check out currently reading. If we look here at currently reading, it shows we are doing for We Are Many, Bob Reverse Book 2. We currently have that video in the pipeline, so it's updated as currently reading. Both Pete and I are working on this book to help get you a spoiler-free review. And then we have Dungeonborn, The Divine Dungeon Book 1, which we have just recently completed a Geek Out on and a book review. So we're going to update that as read. Go to Edit, click Read, click Off, and now that's been updated. So if we reload, that has now been moved to our red bookshelf. Go over, click there, and you see we have We Are Legion, We Are Bob, Dungeonborn, and Children of Time. Now for our red section, these are all the books that we have covered on our channel, at least in regards to book reviews. We're currently working through our old Geek Out sessions and plan to do spoiler-free book reviews for those, but we will not be counting those towards our challenge this year. If it was on our personal accounts, we probably would, because a book read is a book read, but for Geek on My Sleeve, we're not going to. So let's check and see what we have as far as other book reviews go. Pete did Ascend Online Book 1 by Luke Chimilenko. So let's hop back over to Goodreads. Let's see, do we have it in currently reading? We do not. How about want to read? All right, pull that up. Here's a list of books that Peter and I discussed potentially covering on the channel. Pretty confident we're going to get to all of these. So if you want to get ahead of us and start getting ready for future Geek Out streams, these are all books that, or almost all books that Peter and I have already personally read and we plan to cover on the channel. But more importantly, we do not have Ascend Online up there yet. So let's check this out. Ascend Online. There we go. Ascend Online Book 1. We have already done the book review, so we're going to mark that as read. We'll come back and give this some love later. Exit out. And now we see over here it is marked as read. And if you're new to Goodreads, there is just a wealth of information on here. You can find out information about the author himself, see the other books in the series, other books by the authors, videos about the book, so on and so forth. A lot of good stuff. It even shows other suggestions that you might enjoy if you enjoy this book. So let's just take a little shortcut. We're going to go over here, and we've already done geek outs on these, but we will add them to our list to want to read because we plan to give you some no spoiler book reviews for those guys as well in the event you want to check those out. So back to the challenge. Click on icon, reading challenge. It looks like it has put the Dungeonborn book in our 2020 challenge. As you see, Goodreads counts the rereads towards the challenge. Let's see, all my books shelved in 2020. So back to read. It's showing Ascend, Children of Time, Dungeonborn, and We Are Legion, We Are Bob. The 4 that we currently have no spoiler reviews on. And let's see here. There's just a lot of cool stuff on this site. Their app is pretty user friendly. You can sync it with Facebook, see what your friends are currently reading. It pops up in your news feed. This account is fairly new. We just made it for this challenge, and we plan to start keeping track of everything. So feel free to connect with us on Goodreads to keep involved. You got the reading challenge on your main page. And when you go here, it's asking about Ascend Online. So since this is not a new book for us, Geek on My Sleeve is not counting it for our challenge. And yeah, there you go. We also have details on geekonmysleeve.com. And yeah, hope you guys get out there and read. And we're looking forward to geeking out with you and discussing these books soon.